Peace, love, and reparations. Welcome to Black Star TV 2.0. It's your boy Black Star. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like and share button as well. Welcome, family. Ever since this polite conviction, the topic of child molestation and rape has been um but we dealing with the black community, so we need to deal with this issue. And it needs to be dealt with seriously. Because with this polite thing, again, he deserves everything that he got. At the end of the day, I feel like a lot of outrage came because a lot of people didn't like polite, not based off the circumstances. Because I know that we know, all of us know people who, you know, who done did things like that and stuff like that, and we all don't blast everybody. Not saying that that polite don't need to be blasted. This ain't like taking up for polite or anything like that. Um, I just feel as though, some of the outrage is disingenuous, but nonetheless, we do need to be outraged. And I'm gonna play this video from Dr. Mayat, and she broke this down, and I thought that this was a very good breakdown, and I want to, break down the breakdown. So here we go.
Getting sentenced to 7 years. Polite got sentenced today, but this is bigger than polite. We exist in a community where y'all actually condone this type of behavior. Oh, did Dr. Ma'at say that members in this so-called conscious community condone child molestation? I'm saying, yeah. Put me on record as saying it. Absolutely. I can name Hebrew Israelite dudes. I don't want to call them brothers. Hebrew Israelite dudes got caught beating on their women, caught messing with children, and you all still accepted them into the community with open arms. Didn't G-check them? How many of you know of family members, right? Uncles, aunties, everybody in the family know they touched the children in the family. And you all still have them over on Christmas and their Thanksgiving dinner. In this community, you have people who actually protect sexual predators. And I'm talking about both men and women. They make excuses for it. They turn a blind eye. They know what's going on. They don't intervene. So this thing is bigger than polite. It's about people in our community who don't check this behavior. That's what this is about. It's bigger than polite getting sentenced to 7 years.
And she's not lying. It's absolutely bigger than polite, and it's absolutely a lot of people turning a blind eye. You have a lot of people, man, listen, it's deep. It's deep because she hit it right on the nose. You absolutely have people that turn a blind eye. This is happening every day in the community. Let's stop acting like it started with polite. This goes on every day and it goes unchecked. People go unchecked, and the people who protect the people who turn the blind eye go unchecked. Meanwhile, all we have is a bunch of broken ass kids, right? And I call them pedophile protectors. Because you have people, seriously, our family, I swear, because I'm dealing with it right now. You literally will have people who ostracize you because you come forward. And I want to speak on something else too, because I had watched Doggy Diamonds, break down this polite situation. And again, this is what I be feeling as far as why I know that a lot of people came out because they really just didn't like the brother. This is people. It just isn't. Watch, I'm gonna give you an example. Doggy Diamonds had an issue with what's his name? Hassan Campbell, right? He had an issue with Hassan Campbell. During their little spats back and forth, Doggy Diamonds kept saying, that's why you got effed in your butt. That's why you got effed in your butt when you was a kid. That's why Bambaataa effed you in your butt. And you kept coming back. And I'm just like, yo, seriously? Like, this is where you go to when you get mad at somebody who's been, abused and taken advantage of. The first time you get mad, you take it there. But watch this. Now, when polite gets convicted, He's now advocating for the little girl, a victim. But that doesn't make sense because you was just dogging and ragging somebody for being molested. Now you want to turn around and try to and try to stick up for this female at the end of the day. And again, she should be stuck up for. But this is what I be meaning about people. Like, this really isn't a serious topic for people, because you can't run around, you know, dogging people. Because now let's turn this around. Let's say this little girl grows up and she's 40 years old, and then you have somebody who turns around, gets in an argument with her, and it's like, yo, that's why Polite did such and such and such and such and such and such to you. Like, and you get what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, bro. Where does this stop? And now you trying to turn around and advocate for people when, like, you just straight up disrespected somebody who's been violated as a kid, and you think just because they grown, it's okay to now do that? That's what I'm saying, bro. Our community is, yo, it's crazy when it comes to this, because that's why, especially when it comes to boys, right? Boys are less likely to say something because of these things like Doggy Diamonds, right? Someone say, and then again, this is stuff that people are going to say over the internet. The average Joe isn't going to say that to somebody who's been violated face, right? They're not going to say nothing like that to his face. Especially Hassan, you ain't definitely going to say that to my face. But again, just the simple fact that, you know, boys have to endure not only, you know, the pain from it happening, but we have to deal with, you know, the joking, you know, all of that shit that comes with it after it. You feel what I'm saying? Because people feel as though because you're a man, you should be able to take it. Okay, that happened when you were a kid. You're a grown man now. It shouldn't still be bothering you. But I just thought that was crazy. I thought that was whack. I have no respect for Doggy Diamonds no more after that. Because at the end of the day, like, who takes it there with somebody? That's like me messing with a girl, and like, for real, like 90% of the females I ever messed with been molested or raped or whatever, right? That's like me turning around. Cause watch this, a lot of these child molestation cases, me and my friend just had a conversation about this. A lot of these child molestation cases, right or wrong, even though I mean, it's still wrong, but you know, some of these kids be down with it. Still makes it wrong, but I'm just saying that's what's separating it from being rape and being child molestation, from a kid being down with it and a kid not being down with it, right? Because that's why I always say, bro, I was raped because I wasn't down with that shit at all. Now you have some people who are down with it, still don't make it right, right? It still doesn't make it right. Let me show y'all this video real quick. Let me show you another video. This, and again, I'm telling you, this is rampant. This is absolutely rampant in general, right? This whole chat, because I was dealing with the same issue in Oregon. I was dealing with the same issue as a little kid. And now they're trying to, even in California right now, they're passed a law that says that you can't stop, if you stopping your kid or you're not affirming for your kid, or agreeing or affirming that your kid is trans, like, they can take your parental rights away, right? See, all this is a play on the kids. And it's been like this. Let me show you this video, family. Look at what's going on. Now listen, you had a first grade teacher arrested, said she was having sex with multiple boys, getting on their game. See, that's another thing I told you. She was online with them on the game. They went from social media, right? And then next thing you know, she's at their house. Me and my ex-wife just had a conversation about my son go to somebody's house, only 10 years old. We don't know these people. You get what I mean? He's just meeting his friend in school. I'm like, nah, I don't feel comfortable. I absolutely don't feel comfortable, and I don't care what nobody say. The little boy is white, and I don't trust white people. I just, hey, it is what it is, especially when it comes to that shit. That I absolutely don't trust you. My son don't got a phone. Like, listen, that's why I said we have to be more conscious and more protective of our children. We have to be, man. These people are predators. These people are predators, and they prey on these vulnerable children, man. Listen, man, I'm telling you, and what we have to stop is allowing these people to get slaps on the wrist. Like she's doing well over 7 years in prison. He should be doing well over 7 years in prison. That DNA shit, I don't know what the hell happened with that. He came out with a video. I was going to play that video, but he came out with a video saying that the lady that, determined that the DNA was semen, that when they tried to do the deposition, she wasn't nowhere to be found. They couldn't find her. She don't work for the company no more. She worked for a private company. But like at the end of the day, what the hell was you still doing around the fucking child and the fucking mom calling you and you not answering and you in another hotel room? Like, it's a lot of questions, dog. It's a lot of shit that regardless of however the nigga try to spin it, it still is weird. And you still, because again, you didn't say what type of DNA it was that they found. You just saying that y'all wanted to, man, listen, that whole case is crazy. But man, again, people are getting slaps on the wrist. I was in Oregon where they have the most sexual cases per capita. And bro, a lot of them dudes don't get time. A lot of them dudes don't get time, man. Listen, shit is crazy, man. Shit is crazy. Let me play this last video for y'all real quick. Let me play this last. They wrote a letter to the judge on a character letter, on his behalf, and really made him look bad. And again, this is again the type of stuff we have when people do stuff. People feel as though they still have to help these people, knowing that they did something fucked up, knowing that they did something this egregious, that people still walk behind these people, just like Dr. Mayat said. Y'all still invite them over to Thanksgiving. Let me play this video.
Are aware of the pain that has been caused by the character letters that we wrote on behalf of Danny Masterson.
We support victims. We have done this historically through our work and will continue to do so in the future.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent the person that we knew for 25 years so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing.
The letters were not written to question the legitimacy of the judicial system or the validity of the jury's ruling.
They were intended for the judge to read and not to undermine the testimony of the victims or re-traumatize them in any way. We would never want to do that. And we're sorry if that has taken place.
Our heart goes out to every single person who's ever been a victim of sexual assault, sexual abuse, or rape.
Full of shit. You wrote that letter to help that man so that he didn't get that much time. And this is what I mean. And then when you get put on blast, you come out apologizing. No. In the same way, right? Dr. Mayat had another video, couldn't find it, but I had seen it. And she was talking about how, Polite was remorseful. And I noticed that too. I noticed that, it's a lot of partying. Again, watch this. He also said something about the girl had texted him, and he has the text messages, which, people do want to see, that the girl had texted him and asked him to take her daughter out. And he said, why would I take a girl, her out? But you still did it. You said, as a grown man, would you take her out? But you still did it. Now watch. See, because This is what I mean by women putting their kids in the line of fire, right? Now watch this. Her dad probably struggles to get her, and he probably goes through the most trying to get his daughter. And that's just hypothetical. I'm just saying, because this is how it goes. The biological father will be trying to get his kid, and these women will, give him the runaround, but then offer your kid up to somebody like a Polite. Here, take her, take her, and talk to her by yourself, nobody around. Like this is what they do. Now watch this, even deeper. You got a person of Polite, like Polite, who's facing charges this egregious. Facing charges this egregious, you have women associating themselves in the club around him. Meanwhile, he's facing a charge. Instead of saying, yo, you know what? I'm just going to fall back until this shit is over and XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, the simple fact, but see, the money will make people, man, listen, man, it'll make people do so many crazy things, turning blind eyes. And that's what I mean. I know you're innocent until proven guilty, but some things sometimes it's good to just say, you know what? I'm just going to fall back until this is over, fam. You know what? You know what I mean? Whoopie, whoopie, whoop. And that's what I had to do. Like, because I used to post the brother all the time. I liked his content. You know what I mean? But when that charge came out, I said, hold on. I got to stop posting your shit. I got to stop liking on your shit because I don't know whether that shit is true or not. And if it is true, I'm not going to keep continuing to, put you out there and promote you like that if you off that type of time. But until I find out, I'm chilling. But these women who have children will sit here and hang with somebody who's been charged with this. And for real, the nigga was himself. He wasn't even explaining himself for somebody to be like, oh, well, I don't believe that himself at all. But these women were still around him. And it goes to show our people, man, of people in general. People in general. That's why I wanted to show the two white people too, because again, this is rampant in their community, more than our community, but it still needs to be addressed because it's becoming out of control. It's just becoming out of control, and we have to put a halt to it. Family, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and that share button. We're going to get up out of here, man. Peace, love, and reparations. Again, I want to go out with y'all listening to Dr. Mayat. And if you know anybody that's been molested or touched or whatever, man, talk to them, man. See what they're going through, man. Sometimes it's good to talk to people. And again, you don't have to ask them to explain exactly what happened. And, because a lot of people don't like that. I don't actually. I'll be talking to a psychiatrist, and I don't like talking about, the specifics of what happened. Do you get what I'm saying? That shit, it can be deep. And sometimes, even within my case, I wasn't telling all the things because I was like, nigga, hold on, I don't care. I still don't want certain people to see shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? So again, some people can be, not wanting to open up, but some people do want to open up. There's things that I want to say that I can't say, right? I can't say for legal reasons, and I just can't say because, I ain't gonna say I don't want to be messy because I don't give a fuck about that part because it's putting people on blast, but I don't know. It's a lot I want to say, but I can't say it all. And sometimes it's stuff I will say this. It's stuff I want to put out there that I can't all the way put out there, but I do be wanting to talk about. And just remember that if you know anybody that's going through stuff or been through stuff, no matter how long ago it's been, because, people still, suffer from the trauma. So again, man, I love all y'all. I appreciate and shout out to all the people who've been abused, molested, any of that, man. Hold your head. you know, it gets greater later. I promise you, it's going to get greater later. And you know, seek help, man. Speak to somebody that you feel comfortable talking to. Um, yeah, just speak to somebody you feel comfortable talking to and getting things off your chest. And again, we have to protect these babies, family. We have to protect the babies. We up out of here. Peace, love, and reparations, man. We out.